Hey everyone, welcome to Smash and Grab Comics. This is Tyler. With me at the table is JP, the pretty boy of comics. It's been a while since we went with that one.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Hey guys, what's up?
I do too. And then we've got America's favorite friendly mutton chops, TR.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to the show. How's everybody doing out there? We are going to do some live switching on this episode. What that means is none of your business. TR will take care of it.
Fair enough.
That's a
Fair
great
enough.
explanation of that.
What's been going on this week, guys?
Well, I mean, there's some stuff about Jeff Loeb that came out.
Ooh, what?
Nothing good.
I used to like Jeff
Nothing
Loeb.
good.
Nothing good.
Yeah. It's a lot of bad stuff coming out.
Racist stuff?
Bad guy. Like the what is it, Warren Ellis?
Yeah.
Where it's come out that there's now a huge list of people who
Right.
have come forward as having been victimized by him.
I
Jeff
knew
Loeb.
that about Warren.
Yeah, it looks like Jeff Loeb might be in a similar.
Situation.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That's too bad.
So
But, I mean, the choices are their choices. And
Yeah.
they will get reprimanded for the choices.
well, I
they've
feel
made.
like I have to get rid of my Batman: The Long Halloween.
right?
Get rid of Hush.
Hush, yeah,
Daredevil yellow,
yeah, that was right. He did.
Spider-Man blue, Hulk gray,
He'd really end up putting the colors behind it, isn't he?
Captain
Yeah.
America white.
Was there a Captain America white?
Yeah.
That he wrote.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was it a whole thing throughout that everyone got a color?
They did him and Tim Sale, right? Jeff
Yeah.
Loeb, Tim Sale. They did. That was kind of their theme when they worked together. It was colors,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
their stories.
And then I guess the other news is just the stuff with Midtown. JP, we talked about it. There's really nothing that you have much to add.
No, it's just getting confusing. It's just getting to the point where it's making it harder for comic shops to order that kind of stuff because they're changing different final order cutoff dates to different days than what Diamond has, just to be more, anti-Diamond.
Yeah.
So it's just making it harder for shops to get the books they need and get the books they want on time. And it's affected our store a couple times where it's just like, okay, well, where are they? Well, we'll get them to you. Okay. Oh, all right. So you're just kind of
so
stuck.
it's a clusterfuck. It's kind of just a big. It's exactly what you would expect when they took less than a weekend to plan national distribution.
100%. And I honestly think it also is a little bit of the effects of shops reopening and then seeing the influx of order numbers go higher. And then, like you said, setting up the distribution in overnight and then not realizing that when at a certain point you're going to have to triple, quadruple the volume because when they started shipping out, not that many stores were even open to order.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Rainbow here has been one of the lucky ones that's been able to stay open the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there hasn't been any closing days because,
No.
I mean, there's been like a Wednesday where I wasn't able to come, but I was surprised that you guys have not closed.
We're
at
here,
all.
baby. We're here.
Yeah. So things are getting worse over in my state, over in Minnesota, as far as this COVID business. The numbers just keep going through the roof. So the Minnesota governor has made it mandatory for masks in any public place, and could be a fine of up to $100. It's really weird. We are living in a weird time.
It's a weird world, man.
Where the governor is like, it's the law in Minnesota to have to wear a mask. I don't fight it. I mean, if that's what the experts are saying to get these numbers of COVID-19 down, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But it's still very bizarre.
Yeah, 100%. It's a weird world we live in, man. It's affected a lot of different things, especially the sports world too. So, that's crazy.
And one of the places where I work, one of the offices that I go to a lot, they just last week got 2 cases. People were sitting right next to each other. This is a health insurance company. They have plenty of empty desks for people working at home, but they're still not spreading people out.
Yeah, like what are
They
you doing?
absolutely know better because they're a health insurance company.
Yep.
But they're that lazy that you can't tell someone, "Hey, move down a desk."
Well, not only that, they usually have individual box cubicles.
Yeah.
So you could put someone in a cubicle and go 1, 2 over, and then on the other side.
Yeah.
And that it's not that hard to do.
No. But they're just not making it easy at the moment.
That's all right.
to
Nothing
stay
is
safe.
easy right now. So stay safe out there, people.
So
Do what you can.
anyway, we watched X-Men, the animated series this week, episode 7. Sorry, TR. I can't remember the title.
Slave Island.
Slave Island, Genosha. Well, if you remember from the last time we did an X-Men episode, we were talking about Genosha. That's where Gambit wanted to go for his relaxing vacation, along with Storm and Jubilee. And they have been kidnapped into, yet it seems like part 2 of the mutant experiments, because we've got Trask back, don't we?
Yep.
From the
Gyrick and
Gyrick, they're all
Trask.
back. Yep. So anyway, TR, what happened?
Yeah, so they wake up in a prison and they have mutant power suppressing collars on. It's Jubilee, Storm, and Gambit. And they're told they're being used as slave labor to build this dam. And damn. And they're going to be set free right after the work's done.
Yeah.
Storm pretty much instantly tries to escape. They tell him, we'll turn off your collars so you can use your power to build shit.
Okay.
But if you try to escape, we'll turn them back on.
Okay, so this bugs me because she could have gone right for the controls of this thing, but she took off and into the air instead.
And did like a, let's attack everybody.
Yeah,
Well,
instead
she
of
zapped the one controller out of the one guy's hand, but then somebody else had another
she had to have more foresight into this. This was dumb. I'm like, you know, she aside
And
from
she
Scott,
was
she's supposed
flying so high up
Aside
when they
from
turned on her collar.
aside from Scott, she's supposed to be a leader.
Yeah.
And that was the dumbest move, you know.
It was literally press the button. Okay, we're going to let you free for a minute. Do your work. Click now. Like, holy shit.
She gave no warning to
Everyone's
Jubilee
like,
or
I didn't hear the
Gambit.
plan. Did you hear the plan?
Jubilee was gonna go with it. Gambit's like, no.
Yeah, Gambit like straight up holds Jubilee back, like,
Yep.
hey, Petit, let her get all fucked up.
Yeah. Let her do her thing.
Don't help her.
This is her moment to crumble.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was hilarious. Storm made herself look like an idiot, and then of course they turn the collars back on, and she's like, "My powers!" And she crashes.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, she crashes into the water, almost drowns, and then a sentinel comes up from the water.
This when the sentinel's coming up, it's fully covered. You don't see it, and it rises above the surface. And when it's standing, it's only in about, it's only up
10
to
feet
its
of
about
water.
up to its heel. And it's like, what? Where were you? Where did you come from?
How'd you hide like
He's got
that?
his own little hidey hole.
Yeah.
I guess.
So after she gets recaptured, they decide to kill Storm. Gambit saves her because he says, no, she can.
She controls the weather.
Yeah, she
That's
controls
gonna
the
help
weather.
with this
She'll
flooding.
fill up the dam.
Yep.
The whole damn dam.
The whole damn
In
man.
just one big storm. So they're like, yeah, let's keep her, but let's put her in this teeny tiny little box. The
hot
cell.
box.
So when they threw her in there, JP, you made the comment. You said claustrophobia.
Yeah.
Did you know she had claustrophobia?
Yes, because they
They've
did.
established it in like every episode she's been in.
They
Okay.
did that in almost every episode. They talk about it in some way, shape, or form.
All right.
But there's been some big moments of no.
I don't recall
where she's like,
I don't recall the claustrophobia.
please no. Yeah,
Really?
she's
No.
claustrophobic. Really?
Yeah, there was a bunch of it.
was
Like
a
the
bunch of it.
first time that they really face off with Magneto, that's how he gets her. Is the wall collapses and she's like, "No,
I'm claustrophobic.
bummer."
Okay. Well, I guess maybe I just didn't pick up on
Oh yeah,
if
that's
it wasn't overt.
been a story note.
But anyway, this is funny where it cuts to Gambit and Jubilee, and they're like, Jubilee's like, her claustrophobia. She's
Yeah.
super
I had
concerned.
to remind you. Well, I'm not sure what they were trying to do too. Is like rebar in a bundle fixed together with rebar.
Okay.
Yeah,
what was
there
that
was
about?
some weird. There
Gambit's
was
like,
some
what were they-
weird.
What were they
God
making?
damn it! Like,
What were they making?
It was like bundles of rebar fixed with bundles of with. I was like, what? Yeah,
Yeah.
They're trying to open it. It was dumb. I was
Yeah.
like, what are they doing?
So after that, we see a huge explosion in the forest that is surrounding this prison work camp, labor camp, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Huge explosion, and they send 2 sentinels to deal with it, and they say, "Oh, it's him," and that's all they say about it. They don't say who him is.
Right. Did we Charles? I forget what part you're at. So
No, we're still at the prison.
oh, okay. So at the prison,
And
There's an explosion.
There's
in the
an
forest,
explosion in the
off
forest.
distance.
off
Okay.
in the distance, and they send 2 sentinels off.
Yeah.
and
the
they
guards
say
go,
it's him.
oh,
But that's all they
then
say.
it cuts
they
to
say.
commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then it cuts to Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Rogue, all trying to get in contact with the X-Men on Geonosia, and that's when Wolverine shows up. Hooray! And he has a
Yay.
cold because
He's a
he was
cold
somewhere
son.
cold.
How the hell does Wolverine catch a cold?
I mean, how does anybody catch a cold?
he's
I know,
Wolverine.
but he should heal it so quickly.
Yeah, there's
Or-
no way he could catch the flu or like of the
Right.
sniffles.
or COVID
The
19.
thing about Canadian colds
Okay,
now,
but
there's going to be a lot of science, and
let
this
me
is
ask
going
you-
to be boring.
Can I ask you this though? If he caught COVID 19, obviously he wouldn't be affected. Would
Could
he
he
be?
spread it?
Would he be a carrier? Could he spread it?
don't know.
So for our
Depends
viewers
on
and
his
listeners,
healing rate.
could Wolverine spread COVID 19?
I don't know.
Okay,
So-
that's what we're
It's getting too
asking
real.
our
Yep.
that we're asking for them to respond.
Yeah.
And respond Tyler Johnson at
Tyler
Hotmail.
Yeah, it's something like that.
I don't even know. Some random lawyer in Pennsylvania who's like Tyler Johnson at Hotmail is going to be like, "What the hell? Your Wolverine gave you COVID-19? That's not a lawsuit. Why are you can't? What state do you live in? That's an exotic animal. You can't have that in your house. Wolverine. The fuck?
Wolverines are not carriers, so I don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about, kid.
So Wolverine shows up, and then it cuts to Jubilee in her like prison cell during lockdown, and there's a power surge, and she uses that to escape her cell with a piece of wire that she found on the work site.
Which I'm not sure how you pick an electric lock. Like,
Yeah.
because she literally reached around and was like, tick,
She
tick,
poked it in, twisted it,
Yeah,
and
wait,
then that was
It
it.
literally was.
it's an electric lock. Tink.
Yeah.
Done.
Well,
Maybe-
she's got some skills.
See, I would have liked to maybe that would be a good use of her power. She conducts the metal and makes it hot and makes the thing like explode or something.
Yeah,
you know
that
what
would have
I mean?
been cool. That's more like Gambit's power, though.
a little bit, but
Yeah.
she kind of has that.
She has jazz hands.
Spirit fingers.
These are not spirit fingers. These are spirit fingers.
He's putting his whole soul into that. He's
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
Come on,
giving
man.
it his all.
You got it. You can't just half-ass a spirit finger.
Yeah.
I mean, you could stick a spirit finger up half an ass, but
I had both.
I almost got him. On this brand new equipment.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to do another GoFundMe.
We'd
Sorry,
have to
guys.
start over.
Tyler spit up on
New
the
T-shirt.
and it'd be a picture of you spitting Mountain
PR
Dew.
would be mad.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bennu for all the awesome gear.
Ugh.
Yeah. So hooking you up with good deals.
No. He's straight up donated to Smash and Grab.
Oh, that's awesome.
So like this computer,
Yep.
this switcher.
That's great. So
Yep.
thank you very much.
Yeah. Very happy about that. So Gambit, after Jubilee escapes, she goes to help Gambit escape, and he's like, "Oh, what if you fucked off?
Yeah.
You know what'd be cool, Jubilee? Fuck off."
See you later.
And-
yeah, he basically says, "They like you better anyway. It's your plan. Like, go ahead." And she's like, okay, jerk." And then she walks down the hall and then tries to convince all the other mutants that, hey, this is what we need to do to escape. And they're like, meh.
They're like, we don't trust you. We trusted you before.
Yeah.
Meh.
They're like, "Hey, you know what'd be cool? If you ate a bag of dicks."
If you shut up. It's almost chow time.
Eat a bag
Yeah.
of dicks.
Somehow Remy LeBeau just channeled the spirit of everybody in that prison.
That's awesome.
And one of them even said like, "Oh, well, they're going to let us out once we're done with the construction," which it's like,
Are you dumb? Yeah.
they
you
they
dumb?
stole you.
Yeah.
They stole you, and they have a literal
okay.
collar.
And they're
on
going to
you.
let you go. Like,
okay.
you're not going to say anything.
Once we finish, they'll just let us go.
Yeah. So, the power turns back on because that's how Jubilee got out in the first place. And Jubilee runs back to her cell, makes it just in time. Cut to Professor X calling Moira McTaggart. Cut to
Yeah, it was
Jubilee
it was
finds
really small.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Moira McTaggart.
A huge character like Moira, and that's her intro right now. Is it's a little teaser.
And that's it. He's just like, tell her it's an old friend.
Yeah, how creepy.
Which I like to think the person that answered the phone went, some jackass who wants to sound mysterious is on the phone for you.
Oh, man.
They only said it's an old friend.
That could be anybody.
And then
I asked him for his actual name. Yeah. I asked for his actual name. He said, just tell her it's an old friend. And I said, well, I'm not going to do that. I actually need your name. She's a very busy woman. So go ahead and give me.
And then he put his fingers up to his temple.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Tell her.
Tell her.
Yeah, he can make them do it.
These are not the droids. Yeah, so that's it. He calls. That's it. And if there's no phone call that we hear. It cuts back to Jubilee finding out Gambit was taken in the night. And now the mutants have decided, hey, we're with you. Let's do this. Let's have us a revolt.
I like a good mutiny.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brain fart.
Yeah.
I concur.
So they attack. They get the first guy who has the controller for their collars, and they smash it, and it doesn't do anything. All their collars are still operational. Mm-hmm. And they all you get shot down or have to surrender because there's just no hope for them.
Right.
And they find out that a mutant had narked on them, and that's why it didn't work. Jubilee then, because she was the leader of it, she gets put into the box right next to Storm.
The hot box.
Yeah. And that's where we find out
I call them the lockers.
Yeah.
They are storage lockers.
They look like lockers that you would see at like Wild Water West, like a water theme
where you
park.
get the orange key with the little bungee thing that you put around your wrist so you don't lose it, so you can get your fucking wallet back when you're done swimming.
Yep.
I hate that thing.
Yeah.
Because it's just so bulky. Can't they find a better way?
Man.
I have the responsibility of carrying around this key around your fucking water park, and I'm zipping down the water slide at 30 miles an hour. If I lose it, it's my fault.
Yep. My brother
and I gotta pay. My bullshit.
My brother and I would take turns, and then the other one say it hasn't been an hour yet, and then fight about it. Who had to take the lanyard?
Yeah. So usually I'd put it around my ankle because I have like the rubber ones, but it's still annoying.
Right.
You're walking around with a key around your ankle. Tink-a-ting, tink-a-ting.
Oh. So, Jubilee, after she's put in the Wild Water West locker.
The hot box.
I thought about this. Many of our listeners have no idea what Wild Water West is.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So it's
a sea parks.
It's a water.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
It's a water side.
If you're from the UK, sea parks.
Wild
is that what they're called?
Sea parks.
That's cool. Well, here we call them water parks, okay?
Why would it be called a sea park?
Why wouldn't you?
Because there's no salt in the water.
Yeah, and there's no creatures.
You aren't.
I mean, you don't go to SeaWorld to go down the water slide.
You aren't.
Maybe you don't.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I do.
All right, know. X-Men.
Yeah, what about him?
Yeah, what's going on in the episode here?
We're in the hot box.
Yeah, so we find out that Storm's pretty much losing her freaking mind.
Oh yeah, she thinks she's
like,
got powers.
Don't worry, I'll save us with snow.
And then Jubilee's she's like, Storm, you don't have your powers.
You ditzy lady.
You don't.
Oh,
crazy.
That's cool then, because Gambit's gonna save us, and then Jubilee's like, wah, wah.
Well.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
Funny story. So then we cut to the bigots, Trask, Gyrick, all those guys.
Yeah.
There's a huge sentinel called Master Mold, which is birthing sentinels from its titties to the delight of the bigots.
It's an easy bake oven for sentinels.
Yes.
What did you call it? The sentinel bake oven?
Yeah, it was an easy bake oven. It's just an easy bake oven shaped like a sentinel. Produces mini sentinels.
Here's why is this a thing? Because even in the new X-Men, like House of X and Powers of 10, they brought up the Master Mold being made again. And we're like, I'm just trying to figure it out. It's just a factory that looks like a sentinel.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a Twinkie factory shaped like a Twinkie.
Yeah.
Could you still eat it?
But no, does this sentinel still act like a sentinel? And we found out
later on that he does.
Yeah, it's
but
still...
He he made it very clear that we'll get to that line later.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where we find out that it was Gambit who was the filthy narc. And he'd been brought in for questioning like Jubilee had been in that first 2-part episode where they're questioning her. Tell me about the X-Men. Who are they? I'm totally going to use this electronic zapper thing on you. So Gambit is basically keeping the knowledge close to his chest to make sure they don't kill him.
Yeah.
But he's offering to take him to the X mansion, but he ends up escaping along the way.
Through a clever card trick.
Yeah.
Okay,
he literally
so
just had cards.
He's being transported, and he busts some cards out of his jacket, you know, that sweet duster he wears, right? And then all of a sudden, he doesn't have his powers, but he flings the cards up in the air,
he's like,
and then
"You
double
wanna
elbows
see a
these
card
guys.
trick?" And they're like, sure.
Okay.
He's like, and then they're
As
like,
a prisoner,
beautiful.
why didn't they go through his stuff? And why they're like, here's some cards.
Why did
So,
he
you
have
know
a
what?
deck-
Give it back to him.
Why did
It's
he have
fine.
a deck of cards?
Right. So he does a backflip off of the transport thing, and it looks like he about busted his leg. But
Yeah, eat shit.
yeah, it didn't look graceful. And so
It's okay. They're only going like 12 miles an hour.
yeah. So, but you know, it was a good getaway for, you know, he's very acrobatic anyway.
Yeah.
So
But they stop the car because he's trying to escape. And then lo and behold, they think they got him. And then
Boom, the car blows the fuck up.
boom.
and we find out it isn't it Cable? No, we're in the wrong spot. Okay.
No, it is
we're
Cable.
in the exact right
It was
spot.
just you. We literally just watched this, and you're like, is it Cable?
Is it Cable?
I'm a little confused.
Surprise. Well, that was really anticlimactic. It's Cable, guys. It's Cable. He's in the woods. He blew up a car.
Okay. As is, we all know that I have a very terrible memory. So
Apparently.
let's just go move past it.
It was 10 minutes ago.
I wasn't watching the whole thing with
I
you.
know, I
You
know.
had it on your phone.
Yeah, you had previously watched it the other night. I like to
Yeah.
watch it at the table.
So anyway, Cable's there. We find out that his backstory is a little different than the
Yeah.
comic book backstory.
Yeah, it's
He's the wild man of Borneo.
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
There's some weird stuff in there. Like his backstory includes what he used to be fighting with the guy called the Leader, who's one of the bigots that's using the mutant slave labor.
Yeah.
And then he finds out, oh, you're not fighting for democracy. You're fighting for
Dictatorship.
fascismo.
So
too.
those that don't know, the comic book backstory is that Cable was born in our time.
Isn't his name Nathan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Nathan Summers.
He
right?
was born to Scott Summers and or what's her name?
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey's clone.
Oh, yeah. Dave.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, then Apocalypse.
It was Dave.
Apocalypse infected the baby with some kind of technological virus.
Yep.
And to cure him, they needed medicine from the future that Apocalypse knew about. They sent Nathan into the future. Then Nathan came back to this time as an old man. Or, I mean, he went to a lot of timelines. He was a time jumper. But so Cable in this doesn't seem to have any kind of time travel backstory.
He's just like super soldier in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Huzzah. It's Cable.
Which sucks. 'cause
Surprise.
The only thing cool about Cable is his backstory.
Right.
But now in the comic books, he's a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, which sucks. Yeah. But yeah, it's Cable, guys. He's in the woods. And he saves Gambit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys think it was weird that he zapped the car, and then when everyone got out of the car, then it
Then it blew
exploded?
up.
Well, that's my favorite thing about that weapon is it's like, this thing will kill you.
Get
It'll
out.
give
In
you
a
chance.
minute.
It's like, you know, it's got a
I like the tree he shoots too. These guys are hiding behind a tree, and it zaps the tree, and then the tree splits. I think that's kind of the first time you see it actually happen. I was like, "Wow, a tree splitter for a gun!
Yeah.
Like, very cool."
That's like an axe, but different.
But with lightning, yeah, it was funny. Continue.
I just thought Cable's guns look boring, right? Just big
They're pretty-
rectangles.
Yeah, they're pretty
Yeah.
standard of fare sci-fi looking guns.
Yeah. That's what I always hated about his creator.
Jeff Loeb.
No, he didn't with Cable. Oh, man.
Yeah, Cable Earl Grey.
Earl Grey.
That's the storyline, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cable, Earl Grey, hot.
That's called a
90
throwback to
degrees
the earlier
Celsius.
Yes. But anyway, continue about Cable saving Gambit.
Yeah. So Cable throws Gambit the key for his collar. I got this a week ago. Peace out, bro.
Yeah.
And then he does the Batman
And then he was like,
disappear.
I'm the wild man of Borneo. I don't know what that meant.
Oh,
Gambit was like,
you're not familiar with the poem? Okay. Fortunately, I have it memorized. It's about 200 verses, but
Jesus Christ.
half a league. No, that's a completely different poem. Half a league on.
called me Ishmael. Is that it?
No, that's
That's
Moby
actually
Dick.
not a
I'm
poem.
just kidding. I know.
That's
I tried to read that book, Moby Dick. It's one of the worst, most overrated pieces of shit ever.
It's
It's a whaling book. It's
Yeah.
a book on how to whale,
Yeah.
not a book about a man versus the whale. The whale's not even like the last. He's in the last 50 pages.
it's
horrible.
It's the
well,
anticipation of building up to get that white
So
whale.
what?
it's
that,
not
that
about
monster.
whaling. It's about the dangers of obsession.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh no,
sort of
trust me, I
the
know that,
quest.
but it doesn't. It takes too long to get there.
Well,
Way too long to get there.
yeah.
I know what it's about. I know what it's supposed to be about, but it is the most boring, dull read. Because it's it's a 101 on whaling
You
throughout most of the book.
you think Ishmael and Queequeg were
I think they were gay.
You know.
Maybe. Who knows?
gentlemen grow up?
It's a lonely boat.
I was gonna ask if you thought they were vegan.
Vegan.
Broke back
Excuse
boat.
me, I'm vegan. Excuse me. I know it doesn't participate to the episode, but I just
Yeah.
want to let you know.
Hi, I'm really sorry to interrupt your dinner. I'm vegan.
I'm vegan.
Do we know you? Have a wonderful dinner. I'm vegan.
I'm not even eating at this restaurant, actually. I'm staying at the hotel across the street.
I just saw you through the window.
through the window.
Saw you and thought,
I gotta tell them.
These are some folk that
know.
need to know because they don't know yet, and that's
Yes.
dangerous for them.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, where are we at?
Yeah.
The-
so Gambit saves Storm and Jubilee with the key that he got from Cable. And then the bigots are having a business meeting when Cable shows up and starts blowing up some shit. A fight ensues between the X-Men that are there and the Sentinels.
Boom, boom.
Jubilee frees the remaining mutants from the collars,
Yep.
who then quickly overpower the humans, and Storm prevents one human from being murdered by the Blob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blob's not a nice guy.
Not in this episode.
I mean, he's misunderstood. There's
Isn't he always?
there-
For God's
you know-
sakes, he chose to call himself the Blob. His self-image is horrible.
Do you think he's what, 6, 7,000 pounds? I don't
know. I'm not even really fully understanding the full spectrum of his powers.
Yeah,
It's
what
just
does
like
he
does he have
do?
rubbery skin?
He's like immovable.
Is immovable my ass? That Sentinel shot him once. And he
yeah.
was like, wow.
Yeah, he was. Oh, yeah, he was.
I
well,
thought
no,
he would
he
have
had
been
his
like,
collar.
haha.
He had a collar on
Okay,
at
that
that
makes
point.
sense. But he's still pretty big.
Yeah.
You know, I will say this.
So his
for
powers are
blob,
density.
some of the blobs, there are very fine people that are blobs. Some of the Brotherhood,
I think
the
there's good blobs on both
there's
sides.
Okay,
There's-
Colin Quinn. That's what that voice was.
There's Colin Quinn. There's my Donald Trump right about here. Anyway,
I think there's good blobs on both sides.
Okay. Well, this one sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good blob.
So yeah,
so
he was about to murder Storm.
no,
No.
The
What?
Blob.
no. What?
Gambit took him out, right? No, the Sentinel did.
It's Cable, right?
What?
So
The Blob at the lockers, right in front of the. Anyway, okay, I'll shut up.
yeah,
Continue, TR.
I don't know what the fuck you watched. So
He was
Cable
watching an
starts.
episode of Wishbone or something.
Cable starts fucking up the Sentinel factory.
With the weirdest shot I've ever seen, because when he shoots, the beam comes through the window at a downward angle,
Yeah.
like this. And then when
I-
you see Cable, he's out in the woods like a football field away, aiming up.
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
the cutaway's a little.
I think he learned from Wanted.
You know,
I think he saw the movie Wanted.
I think it arced. Or,
Right.
You know, and it came to an arch, right?
They curved
We all
the
know
bullet.
that lasers have a drop factor.
Yep.
You know, there could have been a mirror in the tree or something that just
that he had set up.
yeah.
Because he's the wild man
That
of
would
Borneo.
that would be something Cable would do,
I mean, I wouldn't put it past the wild man of Borneo.
right?
Yeah. So Cable shows up to capture the bigots. He's gonna, I'll show them. And then Storm breaks the dam with a massive storm.
Great job, Storm.
Yep. And she's all, ooh, I'm passing out. I'm passing the fuck out. I'm falling, yo. And that's when Rogue's like, yeah, but I'm catching you, son.
And then Rogue comes out of nowhere. My first time watching that was going, what the fuck? You know, because
Swoops her away.
there was just no foreshadowing that Xavier was coming to the rescue.
It was a weird use of her powers too, because I'm like, why are you standing on the thing you're trying to destroy with your powers?
Oh yeah,
You know what I
Storm?
mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
I mean, she can fly. She should have just saved a little bit of her.
that's like
energy.
lighting the dynamite and staying to make sure it goes off. Like looking at it.
Okay, because you have a better way to make sure it goes off.
Couple that I can think of pretty quick. I don't think I'll share them though, because it's secret.
Yeah.
Bullshit. What's it like sitting there lying when everyone knows?
Don't you want to stay for the sparkly lights?
You fucking liar.
Yeah. So that is pretty much it.
So yeah, they get
The
rescued.
factory is destroyed, and so is the Master Mold.
The master
because
in the
he
most
is,
comedic way
I
possible.
am still plugged in.
He tries to get up as water rushes in because he has no idea what's happening. For all he knows, that employee of the month Steve is overflowing the toilet again or something, and he's like, "Better get out of here." And he starts moving, and then he's stuck. He turns around. I am still plugged in. That's the only line he has in this whole episode, and it's hilarious.
Okay.
And then he meets a watery grave.
Why would they think that a Sentinel robot that's self-aware? Why would they think it would be a good idea to like self-produce itself?
What kind of outlet do you think they plugged him into? Like, they got a European outlet?
I think it was. I think
Like a
Geonosia.
three-prong?
I think Geonosia, if I remember correctly, they used to be part of the United Kingdom.
They broke.
This was obviously before the Falklands War.
They broke apart. They left at one point. I don't know if this was before or after the Falcons War, but
The Falcons War. I like it. That's better than the Falklands.
yeah.
The Falcons War.
Yeah.
Caca!
Jesus
watched
Christ,
that,
I am
too.
wearing headphones.
Yeah,
That made
Jesus.
it better for me. That makes me happier. I would apologize, but it'd be a lie.
But that's not it, though, because that is not our cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Genosha was destroyed. Mutants win. Hooray!
Yep.
But the X-Men saved the X-Men, and they're flying back to the X
Mansion.
school. And lo and behold, it's Cable, right?
I think so. I think
The school's
was it
gone.
Cable?
The school's blown
No,
up. And
I
that
think you guys misunderstood earlier. I knew it was Cable, but I didn't know at that spot.
I know.
No,
I'm
we
just-
understood exactly what was happening. It's just funnier to mock you our way.
I mean, I knew it was Cable, but
Yeah.
I'm like, was this that spot in the episode?
It's just funny.
But our way of
all right,
mocking
fine,
is
fine.
funny.
The X school is
Anyway.
gone. It's destroyed. And
It is rubble.
Roll credits, and that's our cliffhanger, because the show is always cliffhanger.
Yep.
Which is
And
kinda fun.
it does the badass theme.
Yeah, we talked about the guitar is much better than the earlier keyboard
Shut up.
thing.
This shot is just on me for
All
the
right,
video,
ready?
so no one sees
And ready,
anything.
and go.
No, it's too late now.
All right,
The moment is past
it's gone. Oh well.
and scene.
Okay, so X Mansion is crumbled.
Yep.
Yes.
And we don't know how, we don't know why, we don't know if Professor Xavier is
Charles
even
Xavier.
Chuck. We don't know if Chuck
Charlie.
Xavier
He likes
is
Charlie.
even alive.
He likes Charlie.
My theory is that when he called Moira McTaggart and said it's an old friend, she's like, "Oh, that's the name of that hitman that's been trying to kill me. Strike it, missile strike." He said he was an old friend too.
He's been asking me out for years. I just can't get rid of him.
I tried telling him I was gay. I tried telling him I was dead.
It just didn't work out. You know what? I like seeing the old Moira because right now in the series we find out that she herself is a mutant.
Yeah.
So I
we
think it's
found that out in Hawk's Pox.
Yeah,
As
in
I call
Hawk's
it.
Pox.
HOXPOX.
Yeah, I got you.
We got it.
I'm still waiting for Hocus Pocus 2. Love that first one.
What?
That's what we're talking about, right? Hoxpox? That's what I call Hocus Pocus.
Bette
Best Halloween
Midler's
movie.
best.
Name a better. Beaches? Fuck that.
I don't like beaches because I always end up with sand in my crack.
Yeah.
What are we talking
I
about?
hate sand.
It's cable, right?
Fucking hate sand. Wait. Cable.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how are we rating this episode? Where are
You
we
just
falling?
said we're rating it obviously on a scale of 1 to 10.
Where are you putting it on the scale of 1 to 10?
Okay.
Right in there.
Let me think.
So,
Right in there.
I just maybe 7.5.
7.5. TR, you want to give your score?
I like that because a lot of the prisoners are characters that we're going to get to know, or characters that if you read the comics, you already know about. Like Sunfire was there.
Yep.
The Blob was there. Mystique was there. So I liked a lot of
Domino.
that. Yeah, Domino was there.
It was almost kind of Easter eggy, like a little
Yeah,
bit. You know,
little
What's
bit.
What's that character's name? Like the she-wolf lady? What's her name?
I don't.
I know.
Wild.
Like it's like Wildling.
Wildling, or
Yeah, maybe Wildling.
But
Something though. I recognize her.
Yeah, and I really liked that.
It was
I
like
think
North
the
Star.
yeah, I think the writing in general on this is getting. It's getting less cartoony.
Yeah.
I guess I'll say the one obvious. I am still plugged in. Bummer.
Best line ever.
I wish it would have said bummer.
I wanted to get. I
That
wanted
would've been
him
so
to
much
give
better.
the Darth Vader. No.
That's the worst.
Which actually, not to toot my own horn, but I took that scene where Vader's first no.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
And
It's fun.
I superimposed over that the bummer that Jim Carrey does in Batman Forever.
Yeah.
When he's like, when his brain's getting fried and he just, bummer. I cut it over perfectly and it makes me so damn happy. Like if I'm having a bad day.
I want to see that.
Still love me some
Too
Batman
bad.
Forever.
Oh, is it gone now?
No, it's still there. It's on TikTok.
I still love me
Wow.
some Batman Forever.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch it. I
It's
think.
supposed to be like a director's cut coming out
Yeah.
potentially.
The
Joel Schumacher died, and then they
yeah,
they
the
released-
Schneider cut. They say they're of Batman
They
Forever.
said there's like a 20 to 30 minute longer cut that Joel Schumacher made that
Yeah.
had some darker tones that like carried over from Tim Burton's Batman.
That would have been cool.
Well, there's like a whole scene you can actually watch where he like when he does actually get shot from Two-Face and it like grazes his head.
Yep.
Well, he wakes up and he doesn't remember that he's Batman. He remembers that he's Bruce Wayne. So Alfred has to remind him that he's Batman. So he takes him down to the cave and he goes into the cave.
And then beats him. Just hopes that he'll punch the concussion right out of him.
And there's this crazy scene where he like sees the giant bat, like
Yeah.
it's huge. It's like man size, and they like have this moment, and it's like a puppet in front of him, and you can actually watch it. It's not. It doesn't have any video effects, but the puppetry's really good, and the thing's pretty scary.
Yeah.
'Cause I've always liked his like the way that they explain why he became Batman, because he was scared not only of the amount of bats down there, but when Bruce fell into the hole,
Yeah.
he saw like an ancient, like giant monster bat, like
Yeah.
one huge one, and that's always been his immortal fear. Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
So,
Too bad.
Am
too
I
bad they
one of
didn't
the
leave
only
it.
people who thinks bats are really cute?
they
Yeah,
can be.
I
But I
don't
mean,
like
if you
them.
saw one the size,
I don't
the
like them at
size
all.
of a full-grown man, like that's what makes that origin story scarier to me, because it's just like he saw like a mythical creature, like it wasn't like
Yeah.
a ton of bats. You know what I mean?
right.
And in this version of it, and you can't really
Barbados.
tell if it's like a psychological thing, like when did his mind do that, or did he actually see like a
Dude-sized
man bat? You know what I mean? That's scarier to me than just seeing a bunch of bats.
Yeah.
And I like that origin. It's darker and it's more mysterious to me.
Yeah. Well, Mothman and all that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mothman.
what? What's that?
Because that's what he does
Mothman.
to make Riddler go crazy. And
I-
that is like it's almost like projecting that man bat, because it's flying out of the darkness.
Right.
Oh, it's scary.
Yeah.
It's freaky, and it's just that silhouette. It's beautiful. I love that shot.
I'm gonna have to watch it. One
Holy rusted metal, Batman.
Holy rusted metal,
that was really bad. That was when he said that.
I'm not defending the film.
It was an homage,
It's
yeah.
a guilty pleasure. I love watching.
What
it,
bugs
though.
me is I wish it was a standalone film, but it's in 4 movies that stylistically, all 4 of them are really different.
They're way
Even
over the
Batman
top.
Returns is much different vibe than Batman.
Yeah.
Batman Returns had much more of a circus vibe, obviously, much more of a neon coloration to things.
Well, and it's also, Tim Burton's love of just like dark Christmas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I get that it's but in comparison, it seems like Batman, he held back. Then, if you think about it, like it just felt so much more normal.
I guess for Tim Burton, what is normal? But,
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. I mean, tonally wise.
Yeah. And then when you get to Batman Forever, it's zany. And then you get to Batman and Robin, and it's like ridiculous.
It's like triple neon zany, filtered through neon zany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
was.
I mean, it's not 1966 Batman, but it's kind of got that thing to it. Like, we're going to just make fun of ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I never leave home without the Bat credit card.
Cha-ching.
Suck my Batawang.
That was dumb. Your Batawang. That was dumb.
I still love Batman
Which,
Forever.
by the way, kids, if you do want to see the Batawang, get Batman Damned, issue 1, first press.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can't even see it.
It's
just
so
silhouette.
expensive.
But you could. It's expensive?
Yeah.
I have it.
It's like $50.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not expensive. I know of a certain Venom that's going for more than that because I know someone that won't shut up about it. I'm not saying
Do you have it? Do you have it?
I do.
have
Yeah.
one.
Sell it.
No, I want it.
Sell it.
I'm not going to sell it
Sell it.
because I want it in my collection.
That's the same with me, and that's why I'm going back and forth because I'm like, wow, I could make some money on this, but I want it for my collection. So,
I hear you.
Can I have yours?
No.
Oh, hey,
You can
TR,
buy mine.
TR, there's a comic book for you right there.
Oh, crap. I was going to bring some for you.
Oh, yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, we should probably
Thank
wrap
you.
up this episode. We've not talked about X-Men for at least 15 minutes now.
well, we came to the end of the roll credits.
Yeah.
I think I didn't give my score. I think 7.5 is a solid score for this. I liked it. We're still getting to that point where the animation needs to get a little bit. You know what I mean? It's still a kid's show. You know, we have to.
Some of the
Also, it was 1992.
some of the dialogue was really dumb.
Yeah.
Storm, like she had the collar on, knowing they could just push a button and turn it back on.
No.
She's like, and then when she takes off, she goes, and they turn on the collar again. She's like, my powers, and she's falling through the sky. You know.
No, it's still the best line.
God.
I am still plugged in.
I really hated Jubilee throughout this episode.
Yeah, you were mad at
I
her.
thought she was just being a dumb C word. I said it. She was being a dumb cunt. She just
Whoa.
Hit him with the hard T.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. She was just messing everything up because she thought she knew better. Gambit was like, "Don't follow Storm. Quit it. Storm is being ridiculous
Well,
right
that
now."
and Gambit, he knew the skinny from the beginning. Like it's not like he was trying to be a traitor. He was being a traitor to be a traitor. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
He was trying to betray the guys to get the mutants free. Like, listen to my plan. Like, I'm not telling you my plan because you'll just wreck it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she was mad at the end. She's just like, "You didn't tell me. I'm mad at you." And I would have just been like, "Shut your fucking mouth."
because she would have blabbed.
Yeah.
Hey guys, everybody,
You're
we're gonna
welcome
be
for
fine.
saving your ass. That's A.
Yeah.
B, you're welcome for saving your ass. C, why don't you get back in that cell, bitch?
That
Oh,
would have been
man.
awesome.
But it was fun. It's always fun to watch those. We always have great discussion about them.
What did
And,
you say, TR? You said somewhere in there, 1 to 10, somewhere in there. Did you ever
8,
give? You gave
7.5, 8,
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we've all universally agree. 7.5, 8.
Yep.
It's a pretty good episode.
Yeah. And one of the things we do, and you mentioned it, we do have to remember this is a kid's show.
Yes, yes.
And it's also from 1992.
So I do put that into my score, though. I'm not underscoring it because it's like, oh, it's so silly. It's like, it's a kid. It was a Saturday morning.
It was a
cartoon,
kid's show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid's show. So I'm taking that into effect like I'm watching it, but we still doesn't mean we can't make fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all
sure.
good-hearted.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I absolutely loved this show when I was a kid.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big
I
Big
did.
part of why I'm
100%.
into comics now. So
Yeah,
100%.
and that was at the time when I started collecting comics, and I had some of those comics from that 1990s X-Men series that started right about that time with Jim Lee
Yep.
as the artist.
Yeah.
So it went together. The comics looked like the cartoon. You know, he had Xavier in that chair that floated, just like in the cartoon. So it really helped me get started collecting comics.
Yeah, and I think it's just helped the legacy of X-Men because even if you've never read an X-Men comic before, you remember vividly so well the 90s cartoon and liking it, so that everybody has that interest, and it's tough to get people to get into the comic, but it doesn't take away their love for the X-Men, and I think this show is really the seedling that's grown inside people for this.
Yeah.
The X culture,
Yeah.
X-Men love. It's part of the lore. It's part of the forever X-Men. It's great.
I liked it.
Why are you looking at that?
TR, what's
like
up?
that, homie?
I wasn't listening for about the past 15 minutes. I'm at the part where Gambit narked. What happened after that?
It's Cable, right?
It's Cable.
It's Cable, correct? Correct. See?
I have to go through this episode. You guys keep bringing it up, and I have to take out so many things now. God damn it.
Still going to be on what the Germans would call Eine Tuben Juden.
That's true, but now it won't match up when I give you the audio.
Good thing I'm piping the audio into the computer. Sucker!
I hope it doesn't work out, and you need to ask me for the backup.
I have no.
It's a mean thing to hope for.
I have no side picked in this squabble. I'm just an innocent observer.
I will say there's a new logo thing that we're doing, and
Yeah, we got to get that done.
Guess
No, I haven't done it yet.
I'm just saying I'm the one who's picking. So
Yes.
if you're gonna pick a side, JP,
Yep.
I think it's going to be our logo plugged into the wall. I'm still plugged in.
I really wish he would have been more casual about it. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, that would have been great.
But
damn it.
There was no emotion in his voice because it's a
Steven!
So it came off really crappy. It was like, I'm still plugged in.
Well, he is a robot.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I like the idea of like a. Well, my day just got a lot worse.
Yeah, simple.
You could have just looked down at it. Fuck. And then blew up.
Anyway, for Smash and Grab Comics, I'm JP.
I'm Tyler.
I'm not.
I know.
Bye, guys.
See ya.